All right, well, I'm trying a different new SD card, so hopefully this one doesn't fuck up like it was doing to me yesterday morning, but I got all my shit today, so I won't have to walk back to the camper. Unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, I kind of knew it was going to happen, but yesterday, Saturday evening, guys kind of started leaving in droves. Because normally guys leave on Saturday afternoon, or Saturday evening, but not, this year they were kind of like a mass exorcist. I think everybody's just kind of tired of the heat. This has been a hot show. It's been like 90 to 90, mid 90s to a low 100 degree heat index all 3 days here. I think today's gonna be another repeat, but flea market cleaned out too. After the flag raising here, I gotta go over and hopefully there's a guy over there I already bought some stuff from, but I needed to save money for food, so today I'm gotta go over there and buy a couple other things from him. Hopefully he's still mostly set up. We drove by earlier and it looked like he'd been tearing some stuff down, but this tractor should look familiar. We saw it in a tractor pull the other day. These are the guys I came down with. I got this and that Wagner and that Mead Repower 4020. This 2255 is probably the closest thing to a brand new, or sorry, not 22. This 2150 is probably the closest thing you're ever going to get to a brand new 2150. The guy that restored this posted like a picture blog update thing on a website I'm on. He literally took it down to bare frame. It's got all new bearings in the rear end. He replaced all the bolts. Everything. This tractor is brand new, and he was restoring a 7 bottom, I think, on land plow to go with it. Don't know if he ever made it that far or not. But this is the Heritage Iron display. I'm going to try to buzz through these tractors fairly quickly unless there's something that just stands out, because I got to cover all this. I want to make it down to the Mankum Tech because they got some cool shit in there. Catch a couple field demos and we'll call her good for the day. I actually got loaded up last night because I got back from fueling up the truck and pulled in, was looking around. It's like over here in front of the hangar was a dead zone, and the two guys running telehandler were sitting there parked next to each other talking. There wasn't any line. It's like, you know what, I can't run the tractor today because that return tee cracked. I said screw it, I'm gonna get loaded up so I don't got to get over here today and get all hot and sweaty and covered in rust from chaining up and everything. So all I got to do today is take her easy and watch everybody else get loaded up and drive home. 14 and 1568, 1600 Plainsman and a 2655, exactly the way I would want to set it up. I want a 2655. I want it on singles. I want it open station with fenders. This is exactly how I want to set up a 2655. I want this tractor. Then you got a Heritage Paint Scheme 1855. And then this is Sherry Schaefer's Super 77 with a 271 Detroit in it. And I don't know, I haven't been able to talk to anybody to see if they were able to confirm or deny it, but apparently Oliver sent Detroit 3 tractors to do experimentation with, and they were trying to confirm if this was one of them, because there's a good possibility if this there's a possibility that this is a factory conversion done by Detroit. It was never offered for sale, but there were supposedly 3 of them done at the Detroit plant for experimentation purposes. I actually missed out on buying this tractor. It was for sale on Craigslist up by me for $1,500 with a loader on it, and I didn't buy it, and now Sherry's got it. I should have bought it. Had the money, just didn't have the barn space. I want a G1000 Vista diesel at some point too. Open station. I just think those are sharp tractors. I want one on big meats though. And this is an 8850 Kinsey repower. This one apparently came out of Texas. Don't buy that sign. These were the ones that originally had the V8s in them that they had all the issues with. Then we got a 5020 Cummins repower. Looks like a 903. Yep. And a 4520 Cummins repower. That looks smaller than the... That's got to be a triple nickel. Yeah, that's not a 903 because that's a 903. That's got to be a triple nickel. Why anybody would repower a tractor with one of those, I don't know, because the triple nickel had issues. A 5020 with, well, that's the Deere V8 that would have been in that 8850. And those things had issues, which is why all the 8850s had such a bad reputation. It's cool, but seems like you're going backwards. 5020 with a Detroit. And another 5020 with a Detroit. And what the hell is in that? Is that a Deutz? What the hell is that? I don't see a sign anywhere explaining what the hell it is. But there's AKG Huff something or other. It's definitely not an American. Oh wait, there's an actual tag right there. What's that tag say? Yep, it's a Deutz. That's weird. That's really weird. W9 repowered in 1954 with a 471 Jimmy. That's actually a clean conversion right there. 4BT Cummins, or no, is it a turbo or just a 4B? Yep, there's a Charger. That's a 4BT Cummins in the Farmall M. 1655 with a 5.9 in it. You have to shoehorn that in a 283 frame. Although that's neat, they made their own bell housing, or they made their own rear flange so that they could use an Oliver bell housing. Which, that right there, not using the DOT3 bell housing, is probably how they managed to get that thing in there, because I bet with a DOT3 bell housing it would have been too long. $14.56 with a Detroit. 400 with an IH motor. Just don't know which one. This is a factory. GM actually offered this kit. Let's see. They bought a brand new M with a bad engine at a good price from a local dealer. Repowered the tractor with a kit from General Motors. Offered 2 kits starting in late 1930s for the F30. This particular kit is a GM 271, also offered in a 371, complete with everything needed to do the conversion. Cost of the engine installed by the dealer was about $2,500 in '53. That's pretty expensive. A 53M listed for $2,400. The repower, you're 30% faster, 60% reduction in fuel consumption. 68 horsepower and 179 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPM. That's a sharp little tractor. Someone took care of that thing. LA case with a really big Cummins in it. Model, I cannot read that. They stamped something over the stamp. That's a lot of motor. Ooh, that block's been broke before. Check out that repair patch. Someone got some time in making that thing. Holy shit. Oh, and we got 2 big Traction Kings. Got a 1200. Huh. And a 1470. It's got a 903 in it. I've never seen one of these repowered before. That's kind of neat. Oh, there's another little row of repowers over here. We might as well catch those, eh? Got a 560. That's definitely not a 560 engine. That looks like somebody shoehorned a 466 in there. $471 in a case 600. Probably a 653 with those valve covers. Yep, 653 in a 1950. Repowering a Detroit with a Detroit. Must need a few more. Must have just wanted a few more ponies out of her. a something with another 653 in it. No model number, but I'm assuming a 4020. Power shift. $50-20 with a Jimmy. $806 with a probably a triple nickel. One of the Schellers is leaving. V8, yeah, that doesn't tell me a whole lot. V8 Cummins, probably a triple nickel. And then these are the famous Renner tractors. Well, that one is. I don't know. Did Renners have a Cummins? They're more Detroit type of fellas. Nope. Definitely not Renners. That's got a triple nickel in it. Okay. We're gonna have to try to do this a little faster. The 16 minutes to get through the Heritage Iron Tent, that ain't gonna cut the mustard. But things start to thin out after this, so. Moline Uni with a picker. That's a later one. That one is a Brown Mule Uni. That's the last one before they sold the designed a new idea. 2890 Moline, same as the 525 Oliver. That little girl's clean. Couple of nice Twin Cities. 670 LP, little BF Avery. A damn Fiat. They're just not good looking tractors at all, no matter what color they are. Just ugh. And an older single wheel Uni with a combine. They had a little, the early ones had a little V4 on them that Moline. That's an actual Moline engine. They made it, but it's a V4. I can't remember if they use those in anything else other than the Unis. Yeah, probably ought to come up here and catch these guys. We got a Moline Jeep up here. Experimental. What are we experimenting with? That's a... Where's the sign? I need more info. That's a shorty. It's got parts of an R. It's like an R with a Z engine in it. And some other odd changes. Wish there was a sign so I could tell you what it was, but it looks like an R with a Z engine. And we got a Massey 97, aka Minneapolis Moline G6. $21.50. Nice looking $21.50, although there are a few things that I noticed on it, like why would you spend all this money on a restoration and not put a pin and spring kit and all the lash stuff back on your 3-point lashes? That's why we call these Rust-Oleum restorations. 1950, Cockshutt 1950, 1550 utility diesel, and on down the line we go. Old style 88, nice old 88 diesel, Super 88 diesel. That old girl's a survivor. I'd rather buy a tractor like looks like that than looks like that 2150 any day of the week. With this one, you know what you're getting. She's an honest girl. 880. Unfortunately, Jake's uncle had their 1827 and their 70 here. And I saw him here this morning. He was loading up. So they're gone. 1955 with probably $1,400 for the weights on the front. 1800. 1650 belongs to one of my subscribers out of Pennsylvania. Met him. Oh, I didn't get the road roller conversion. We gotta look at that real quick. Oh well, shit. I guess I need to go down this line, huh? The way they park things is real hard to video. You can't just walk up and down the aisle. You gotta walk up this aisle, down this aisle, shoot over here, get this, shoot down here, walk down that aisle. Must be 1555 skid unit. Basically all it is, with a big bathtub you filled up with something for weight, and then it was a roller. Definitely did not know that guy. I was going to load up that 2150 and was standing right next to me when I said that. Oh well, fix your shit. Do it right. Cute little Cleat Track F. I want one of these so bad just because they're cute. They're only 12 horsepower. They're useless as tits on a bore. But when you find one of those, they bring money. Like stupid money. And for the JI Case fans, catch this 30 series real quick and go around the back. There's not really a whole lot left in the case area. 930, oh, 930 gas. She's a thirsty girl. Spirit of 76. Wonder if that one's legit or if it's a mock-up. Doesn't say anything about it being a reproduction. It must be legit. Although it does not have the stars on the fender. I thought there were supposed to be stars right there in that on the top of the fender. A 970 demonstrator. I thought these were Sharp tractors. That was a cool paint scheme. There used to be one of those up by me that they still farmed with. Used to drive by it all the time when I was place Dad used to do work for. Used to sit out. They did like truck farming and stuff, and that was one of their tractors. Clean old Case combine. 1665. And we'll go all the way around it. Got a chopper for it, all the drives there. Oh, that got a little smashy. .900 long nose. .870. 1270. Nope, 1370. Can't see without my glasses. And what model we got here? A 1160. DC. .300 round nose. You're not in the right spot, bud. And this was the pulling tractor reunion tent. Jennings Implement, Beement, Illinois. Owner, driver, Millard Dukeman. Oh, look at that turbo setup. That's some genuine farmer engineering right there. And that's a turbo on an LP. So you were making some power. Built at Yoder Implement, Arthur, Illinois. This has got a 702 GM V12 in it. That's GM, not Detroit, GM truck division. 702 gas. I heard this tractor was going to be down here. 12-cylinder 702 twin 6. Chassis built in 1975. 2 Holley full barrel carbs, twin turbochargers, water, alcohol injection, and dual disc clutch. Oh. G708. I know there was a 706. I knew there was a 707. I did not know there was a 708. Interesting. Was there a 708? Huh. Interesting. And then this is American Muscle 1 and 2. Morning. Random answer. Yeah. Sunday and we're still meeting people. Alice Chalmers IU Industrial. These things right here are lugs. They're spring loaded. You had a tool, you pulled them out, spun them sideways, and they set on the rubber, so if you're working in dirt you can get traction. And obviously if you're doing road work, you just put them inside the rims like that, and then you were just running on rubber. One of only 40 manufactured. Huh, had to be licensed so it could be driven on streets and roads in 1937. I don't know what that is, but it don't sound good. Ferguson pony, same as a Massey Harris pony. Okay, how do we buzz the Massey stuff? Let's do this. We'll do this row and then we'll just work our way back. This stuff's actually parked somewhat logically. Except these flags are making it kind of hard. A full line all the way down to the garden tractors. Yeah, with this 5200, I figured he had them tires aired up by now. Been sitting here like this all week, or all weekend. $165. Huh, this one came out of England. $178. Was that ever even offered here in the States? That number doesn't sound familiar. I thought they were all 5 numbers over here, like 165. Huh. Nice barge wagon. Massey 44 with 55 diesel engine stuffed in it. Fits nice. Oh, except they had to make it taller. Or did they? Did they? Maybe that's a fact. No, I guess they didn't. I guess that's right. I'll be dang. Because that's a regular 44 diesel. Huh, interesting. 33 diesel, that's a rare one. I want a 444 diesel. I think they are just the Massey triple series with that gold engine are just really sharp tractors. 44 high altitude, they must have ran a different compression in there or something. 55 on full steel, that's got to be a rare one. 44 on full steel. 33 on almost full steel. Rear steel and a single front's got to be an odd combination. 102 twin power. Pacemaker Orchard, there's a money tractor. These pacemakers bring some money. I remember seeing when I was a kid and Classic Tractor Fever was still on TV, I remember seeing a segment on one of these all restored. They were a pretty tractor. Then you got the four-wheel drive GP, the first production or mass production four-wheel drive. There were four-wheel drives before it, but this was actually full production. They made quite a few of these actually, in 3 different tread widths if I remember right. Okay, looks like all we got left is Alice and Ford. D17 diesel. 45 LP. There's a lot of flat tires around here this year. That's got a flat front. Seen several guys blow tires plowing. That's a little sweetheart of an H3. A G with a loader, I'll bet that thing was interesting to use, to say the least. Let's throw these trucks in real quick. This looks like an FWD, which was, it's got a Cummins in it, which FWD was the ones that bought out Wagner before Deere got their cotton strippers on them. That must have been an oil field rig. I bet there was a jib that went back here for that winch. GMC's, it's a 950, 900. And she's got a Detroit in her, boys. I really want a GMC 950 COE with a Detroit in it. There's a video on YouTube of a guy's got one. It's the same color, but it's a twin screw COE with a 653 Detroit in it. I fell in love with that truck the minute I saw it. KW, since it says Dirty Dozen, I'm assuming it's got a V12 Detroit in it. Must be a 73. And guys are trying to get out of here before our weather shows up. We got chances of thunderstorms this morning at some point. '21 Rio, 6-cylinder, 3-speed. Finish up this Alice display. We'll get the Ford display, and we should be done. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit the Mancom tent real quick, but there's only a few things in there, and then we should be done with tractors. Maybe try to catch a little plowing and we'll be done. Thank you. Huh. Wonder if this is one of those that came out of the UK with that diesel in it. Can't remember the model number on those. All right, on to the Fords. Well, this has to be about the original mutter. Fabco mutter kit, California vegetable tractor. That's pretty cool. That's an Elwood. Those are the ones you're used to seeing. Oh, Ellen Co, not Elwood, sorry. I knew I was looking for an E. Here's that Mirror Hill I saw when we came in. I call it a 101, it's 121. I was kind of close. Couple more. Flathead Funk V8 conversion. Flathead 6 Funk conversion. Another Flathead V8 conversion. I wonder if that one's not a Funk, because I don't remember the Funks having a wider hood. Yeah, that one's got a regular hood, they just moved everything up. This one, somebody actually made a different hood and stuff for it. Looks cool. And thus ends the 2021 Half Century of Progress Show tractor display. Okay, we got just a couple more tractors here. Pretty sharp 0706.
Hey, I appreciate it very much. Enjoy your
Really sharp 450 diesel. I want that tractor. 450 diesel, factory wide front, fast hitch. If I got one, that's how I want it set up, right there. Massey 98. Warren Oliver with Identity Crisis. .5088 front wheel assist. .7488 2+2. They built less than 20 of these, but I can't remember the exact number. They had a sign out here the other day, but I didn't get over here in time. They had duals on it too. Then we'll scoot over here to the Mancom tent real quick, and that'll be the last of the static tractors I'm videoing. And we're gonna get their 2 semis over here that are badass. .53 Pete. .1932 CAC 3060. John Deere 430 nursery crawler built by John Deere. It got under. They say it's the only one in existence. I don't think they'd like knowing that I know where there's another one. Although technically, the one that I know of isn't exactly the same because it's a little older. It's built on a 40C. But other than that, the undercarriage is the same and it's missing. They didn't have that chute on it. It just has the spade on it. But yeah, I know there's another one of those not too far from where I live. Sorry to burst your bubble, guys. And this is a semi I'd really like to have. Other than a GMC, this is a Pete, but 56 Pete. 4x3, 262 Cummins. Although I do not, either it's on a later model frame, or they whacked the original suspension off because it's got Pete air ride on it, and I have a hard time believing that in the 50s they would have air ride. it most likely would have been a Springer if I had to guess. I could be wrong, but it seems like that's pretty high tech for, you can kind of see in there. Or you can just see me in the camera, one of the two. Well, probably to go try to catch some plowing, huh? A little last of the action for the day. Now, if you bring the plow up, Sunday's the best day for it because they let you plow both ways like you normally would, and you just get to have at it. Mark with his 10. He grabbed Tyler's 5 bottom. This ground right here will make a man out of you. There's no way to describe this dirt. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was talking to a guy down here the other day that lives around here, and he said when they were building this place, or when they were building the runways, these are obvious, they built this base in 1918, so these are obviously not the original runways because they built it for biplanes. By the end, I'm pretty sure they were flying B-52s out of here. But apparently, when they built these runways, they dug down 25 foot and hauled in sand to compact it. So all the clay around here is actually subsoil from about 25 foot down that they dug out and then spread out to build the runways. You can really tell in that triangle field that they plow with the big tractors because it's not black dirt, it's all nasty looking yellow clay. I wish I could have seen this base back when it was in operation. I bet that was something else. I was wondering if they ever flew B-36 Peacemakers out of here, because I guess at one time back when they still had the Air Museum, I think up until 1991, they had a B-36 down here on display. It seems like an odd place to display a plane that massive if they never flew them out of here. Traffic jam. set up their damn plows. They're doing a halfway decent job today. That stuff I filmed on, what was it, Thursday I think it was. It's Thursday or Friday. Hey, there were some guys in there that should have never been plowing. I've never seen anybody run in furrow with duals on one side of a four-wheel drive before. That's kind of interesting to see. I bet that sucker rides funny. You got all that tire on one side, I bet it sits kind of cockeyed. here pretty quick. Now, and you can hear that Detroit over everything. Picking corn, unfortunately, but I didn't get any video of shelling, so we'll get some video of shelling here real quick. Well, damn it. Oh, we got another guy coming. I'll let you watch the setup here. Crossbar off an elevator ended up in there. Oh, it's off the picker. That's always nice. Then your top comes out here, and any of pile. The cobs would probably get spread back onto the field or ground in for a filler in the feed, and then you'd use your husklage for bedding or use it for a filler in the feed, one of the two, depending on how the operation worked. And they're running down here on this Moline. Let's go check these guys out. Those are some good looking ears for 74-day corn. They're short, but they're fat, and they're filled out pretty decent. Normally you'd have that long drag because you'd run it alongside of a corn crib to empty a crib. Down here we can give you an actual more better indication of how this would work in real life. Obviously you dump it out of your wagon, elevate it into your crib where normally it would stay in there to dry, but obviously this corn's dry, which is why it's butt shelling so bad. And then you'd run your drag alongside your crib or underneath your crib, depending on how it unloaded. You'd shell it out. They're actually blowing their husklage into a silage wagon. So here's something that some of the guys that watch my channel might be old enough to remember, but a lot of people that probably watch my channel probably don't. This is a check planted cornfield. See, there's 2 to 3 plants, and back in the day when you could buy plated seed, it was probably a lot easier. Some hills have 4, but basically you planted a field Now we can, I guess the best thing to do would be show you the planter real quick. They're rolling up the wire right now. But you got this check wire. And it's got these knots in it. Right, like that. And you could buy them with the knots in different spacings depending on how big you wanted your square to be. And you would lay, in this case, 2 wires out the width of your planter, the length of your field. And you had to be good about it. You had to stake everything. You had to do a good job of measuring. And then you threaded your wire through here, and it would work on this lever right here. You threaded it through these wheels, threaded it through here, and every time one of them knots went through, it would pull back on this lever, trip this cam system, and it would advance the seed plates 1 cell. And every time it advanced the seed plate 1 cell, it would obviously drop a hill of corn. And then you'd make your pass across the field, pull your wire up, reset them over another 2 or 4 rows or 1 row, however many rows you were planting, and then go back across the field. And then the end result would be a field that looks like this. Perfectly square, corn plant, corn plant, corn plant, corn plant. That way you could cultivate your field, obviously, both ways. And obviously the 2 things, well, the biggest thing that made guys get away from this was better corn hybrids. And then obviously better weed control methods. Because firstly, you had, back in this day, you had to have a lower population because the corn hybrids weren't as good. You couldn't, well, back in this day, it wouldn't have been a hybrid. It would have just been land race variety, open pollinated corn. But obviously with hybrid corn, you could up your plant population and get higher yield. Can't really do that with a check row planted hill drop field. I shouldn't use those two terms together. Hill drop and check row are 2 different forms of planting. Check row. Can't do that with a check row field. And then obviously herbicides and better forms or better cultivators and whatnot. You could up your plant population, and then obviously with a higher plant population, you can have better weed control because of the canopy. So it kind of eliminated the need for cross cultivation, and then obviously herbicides pretty much eliminated the need for cultivation altogether. But unfortunately, they're packing up and they weren't going to make another pass, so I couldn't get it on video. But they planted, that 60 actually planted this check row patch. That planter does work. And then obviously they cultivated it with that little 66. But figured since I was here, I'd walk over and show you guys this, because it's obviously something that you do not see every day anymore. Catch a little bit more of the madness here. Sunday's a good day for videoing because they pretty much just let guys come out and do whatever the hell they want, because they want all the corn picked, they want all the ground plowed by the time everybody leaves Sunday. So generally Sunday morning, it's just, the field marshals are there to let people, or keep people from killing themselves. Other than that, it's a free-for-all. I mean, it's got the springs, it's got everything. Wish I hadn't cracked that injector T. I'd be out here disking right now. But it's been nice to walk around and see shit that I normally don't get to see because I'm always on a tractor. So there's that. that burns up another Rantoul year. This is the saddest part of the whole week. Here's one of our campers. Everybody else is behind me. But about 1 o'clock, well, about, I guess I'd make it about 2 o'clock right now. I think it's about 12:30 here, so it'll be about 1:30 our time, but should be back home by about 5. Hopefully get everything unloaded and call her a day and get ready to start third shift tomorrow night. Yay! So, anyway, I guess that does it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay frosty, Rantoul. We'll be back in 23.